Hey there guys, it is Terrapin here, and today we are starting the brand new series by the name of Empire Total War Darth Mod. And it's not normal Darth Mod. To say Darth Mod isn't normal to begin with, it is Darth Mod with AUM additional units mod, meaning that I've got so many units they're literally coming out of my pants. I don't really know what that means, but, well, you'll see in a minute, okay? We're going to start a new campaign. This series is going to be a mix between me dominating the world, me kind of showing you how I like to play the game, and also it can serve as a bit of an introductory to who I am and what kind of shit you've got yourself into this time. We're going to be playing as Great Britain because, to be completely honest with you, I only ever play as Great Britain. They are probably the best players in my opinion. I mean, that's not a biased, opinion because I'm English. It's just because, well, to be honest, I don't really play as anybody else anyway. I mean, and probably they're easier to play with. And one reason why they're so easy to play with is because they're on an island of their own. Yep. And that means that the AI is so stupid that they can't actually invade. Well, they were in Vanilla, but in Darth Mod they're a bit smarter. So they can invade Ireland. That's about it. But from Ireland they can go to Scotland, from Scotland they can go to England. So that's kind of a bad thing. Differences between Vanilla and Darth Mod, as you can see here. For those of you who have played Vanilla but not Darth Mod, this is Darth Mod 8.1, you'll notice that, of course, we have England, we have the territories in America, but we also have Bengal in India, which is the starting province in India, which means that we don't have to declare war to get an Indian province started straight away. We can just keep that, and that's quite a sizable chunk. That's about an eighth of India that we own, which is good. You play as the French, as you can see. They also own a bit of India, as you can see here, apart from the provinces they own already. And as you can see, the French are quite dominant in Canada, and they've got a little bit of South America as well. Who else? The Dutch, they've got everywhere pretty much. They've got Ceylon, they've got French, Dutch Guyana, of course, and but we're allied with them, so that's fine. The Spanish, of course, they owned pretty much everything down here, and eventually they will own all of this as well, because their vassal is New Spain, of course, we forget. They appear to be everyone who owns territory. The Iroquois, of course, are going to be a bit of a problem for us because, you know, it's the Iroquois Confederacy. They're going to declare war on the colonies. We, of course, have the colonies. Can't play as them, I'm afraid. But, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be assimilating the colonies into our own empire and eventually taking over the rest of America and then the world. Who knows? It could go on forever. Judging on how long this series goes on for, I don't know. As long as people keep watching it, that's the case with all series. People aren't going to watch it at the very beginning because, well, quite honestly, there's nobody to watch it. But, once popularity picks up and once people start watching, I hope you'll enjoy it. Should be good. What else? Continuity. I figure it can't go on forever, and I probably won't reach my goal. But I can damn well try, can't I? I'm not going to, make thousands of episodes. That's impossible. I'll be dead before that happens. The way I'm going to do it is, I've got a bit of a rush set up. What will happen is, for one day I will record 4 episodes, which are 4 15-minute episodes in the space of an hour. It is currently 20 past 10 at night, so at 20 past 11 I will stop recording, or quarter past, because I've been 5 minutes talking. I've been talking too long. I'm going to start the game actually, so you see all this. These are my options. I'm not going to have anything on apart from battle time limits. CPU moves, there's no point, it's pointless. Battle time limit 60 minutes just in case it glitches out or something like that. It's always a good escape mechanism. I've been talking too much. If the series goes on for too long, then I will probably just end it. But then again, we're only episode 1 at the moment. 1 to 4. Yeah, I'll be recording it an hour, splitting it into 4 15-minute episodes and then uploading that by the day. I'll have some other stuff coming up as well. I think I've got 3 series apart from Hitman. Of course, in Hitman I realised I actually did not introduce myself formally. I just started doing it. This is not my first channel, I might add. This is my second or third. I think third. None of them really took off that well, mostly because I either didn't have the time, I couldn't put the hours in, that kind of thing. Because it does take a lot of effort. It always takes a lot of effort in any medium. But I don't go to school anymore. I finished school. Not that I've dropped out or anything like that. I mean, I have finished school, and that means that I've got a lot more free time to devote my time, as it were, to this kind of thing. And that's exactly what I'm doing, because it's what I enjoy. I enjoy watching people do videos, I enjoy making videos, I do not enjoy editing videos because that is the fucking hardest bit of all. But generally speaking, I love this entire thing. I love it all. Okay, here we are in England. This is going to be how I play the game. Some of you may disagree with my methods. They are a little bit unorthodox, but mostly they're just what everybody else does. So you may want to take some of what I do, apply it to your own. I'm not bothered. I mean, it's just a way of playing the game. But for anybody who disagrees, this is just the way I play it. Then again, some of it might come back to bite me in the arse later. Okay, first thing I always do is I always sort out the trade from the ships. So what I will do is, you start with 2 navies in Europe. You start with this one, which is got 4 ships, and this one I think also has 4 ships. But this one's a better navy because it's got bigger ships. So this is going to be the main navy, but this guy I think, yeah, this is my main navy here. This is the good navy. This navy is the this navy is like the secondary fleet. I keep on saying navy. That's not the right word to. That's not the right word to use. The ships aren't as good. So what I will do is I will send 1 ship to West Africa, and you'll see why soon. I press space to speed that up, and I will send this ship to East Africa. In fact, you know what? I'm going to send you to West Africa first, actually, because we need multiple ships in the trade system. Here's America, as you can see. There are a few things I want to show off as well, but we'll do that gradually as we're going. You can see here we start off with 2 fleets in America. We start off with this fleet, which is the small one, and this fleet, which is the smallish one. I'm not really sure. This is the worst fleet. These 2 ships here, I will send these to East Africa, because we need East African trade. And you will join this fleet here, and you will wait in this port here for the time being, and that will be our American fleet. Over here we will take the smaller navy, the one which, well, the not as good navy, and we'll send you to India, and you will become the European Navy, of course, the backbone of the Royal Navy, and we will stick you here. And we shall recruit a 4th rate. As you can see, there are some new ships that you might have noticed. A 4th rate and a brig of war to accompany that fleet in its ventures. Next, technology. We will stick Sir Isaac there, and Sir Isaac Newton, the greatest mind in British history, or at least one of them, will be researching the plug bayonet, because that is imperative to research that first thing. Because should you go to war in America against the Iroquois or something like that, and you go in there without a bayonet, then you will not survive, because they have a tendency to charge lancers at you, and if you're in square formation, which we will research afterwards, we will probably survive. Next, we're going to burn down this building here, because we don't need a church school in England, because the mix is pretty sound. It's 25 to 75, and I'm not too bothered about the Catholics. Okay, they're not going to be. There's no trouble here with religion. It's the same religion, it's just a different sect of it. So that's that done. We are researching Blood Bayonet, and we've got another school underway. Next, farming. We need to get agriculture done, so we're going to peasant farms. I'm doing this really quickly because this is probably the 4th take I've done of this so far because of other interferences, and I realised through all of them that I spent way too long talking about unimportant little things which don't really matter. I will do these actually. I'll do these now. Fur trader, we need. It's better to be getting something out of Rupert's Land, which is north of Canada, than nothing at all, I've noticed. So it's important. Okay, you look at trade here. We'll see what is selling, of course. We'll notice that sugar is selling for 14 per bale, or loaf. So we will be taking sugar. And again, oh no, we've gone past it, haven't we? Have we gone past it? I'm not really sure. Iron workshops, they're good. We need iron workshops. Weavery, yep. I think it was a weavery. I was not really paying that much attention. Board yes, I can wait for another turn. Up here, tea or cotton. Well, the Patriot in me says tea because it's tea from India, of course. But the businessman in me says cotton because it's worth 1 more per bale, I believe. Is the term. It's worth 1 more gold per bale, and that 1 gold could be the difference between being the richest country on earth and the poorest country on earth. Okay, maybe the second richest, maybe not the poorest. That was a bit of a overstatement, but that's not the point. We've got a Rake. We will put him in Oxford in a moment. Of course, Oxford, we're going to turn that into a school because Oxford, of course, is one of the most famous schools in the entire world. We've got an army over here, which is just a... it's a bit of a... Well, what's the word I can use? It's more of a, like, homeland defence, because it's yeomanry, pikemen and militia. They're not exactly, you know, not exactly the best troops in the world. Speaking of best troops in the world, let's have a look at what we can recruit, because we need to make our army bigger. At this point we can recruit Regiment of Horse, Sakers, no, Demicans, I beg my pardon, Sakers, Royal Marines, which is a new unit which has been added by the mod which I put in. I'll put a link to the mod in the description. Marines are fighting on board ships. Oh yeah, some of these descriptions are a little bit badly translated, I've noticed. Marines are fighting on board ships and are experienced melee fighters. Marines are elite melee soldiers who fight against enemy ships' crew. Marines are a cut above the average line infantry regiment, and they often have often the linchpin of a commander's battle strategy. The presence of such men in line battle is enough to lift the hearts of those around them. They are quite good looking, and they do look quite authentic, I'll add. That is generally what they used to wear, like all line infantry regiments. It was a lot more like, you'll see here, like especially the 33rd Foot. That is from the mid 18th century, I would say. That uniform. I mean, I don't claim to be like don't claim to be the master of 18th century warfare, but that's a bit late, I'd imagine, because around the time of the it was the Act of Unification, something like that, when Scotland became part of the Union, or when we went into a union with Scotland and we became the United Kingdom of Great Britain. Well, actually, it was just Great Britain, but then it was the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland when Ireland was mixed into the barrel, if you know what I mean. But that wasn't until 1707, so in that respect, this game's a little bit inaccurate. But I'm rambling now. Yeah, they did wear things similar to this. It's in they were kind of like trench coats instead of just the like just that. They were a lot more big. And then around about 1800. They stopped wearing the tricorns and they started wearing the shakos. It was around about that time, actually, which is quite a good split, because that's when the Napoleonic Wars happened. And that's probably my favourite, period of time in terms of warfare. Because there's so much, there's so much tradition and history there. It's quite interesting. Okay, what we're going to do here, we are going to improve the infrastructure on the cities, not there. So if we improve the infrastructure on the cities, like here, we don't own any cities in America, but Bengal, we've got basic roads. Actually, we might as well... Oh yeah, some more units here, of course, apart from just the Sepoys, which I thought was a bit naff, to be honest, because the Sepoys were like the best units to have. They were the only native unit that you could recruit from the general populace in India. But now you can recruit a lot more. You can recruit these guys. Yeah. Then of course you've got your company infantry. So the company infantry are right. They're just like line infantry. But now I can get Gaia Mercenary or Guerrilla Mercenaries, whatever you want. Again, this is all badly translated, I'll be honest. So we are going to... What are these worth? These are cheap as shit, I might add. These are a bit expensive, so is there a limit to them? Yep, 8, 14, 6, and I imagine 8, yeah. But should we need any more, really? I mean, the 225 times 8, that's what? It's an amount. I didn't do very good in math. I'll be honest, I didn't do very good. So we're going to have some mercenaries. Got general here. This is our best general, actually. Oh, Scotland. I forgot. We need some melee infantry. Clansmen. And when I say clansmen, I don't mean KKK. That would be a little bit odd. I mean, we are going to be sending them to America, so they would fit in. But no, clansmen. They're the traditional type of clansmen, not the burning a cross in the back garden kind of clansmen. Here you can recruit buccaneers, which are basically like the default pirate unit. So once you have them, they're kind of like light infantry, only they are kind of shit. I'll be honest, they're not that good. I tried to do it in the last take and it didn't really work out that well you know, I hid them behind something. They're in really short range because they use pistols, and I charged them because they're melee infantry, but they've got like a firing option, and they all died within about 10 seconds, which was awful. We need to convert Rupert's Land because it's only 20% Protestantism. We need to get them on the side of God, and that way they'll stop bitching. And then that does it for generally milling stuff and sorting stuff out. So now we go on to this. The Polish, can't trade with the Polish. The Prussians, probably a bad idea to play with them. Blah, 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 blah. Who's got the best trade here, do you think? Let's see. Well, Well, it's probably safe to say that the Ottomans control this part of the Mediterranean, especially since they've got the Barbary states as their vassal. I can tell my lispy voice thing is coming through. It's really annoying that. Yeah, they've got that. They've got this general area here and up here and into the Black Sea. So, yeah, it's probably worth where the Ottoman Empire is. Oh, Crimean Khan is here as well, yeah. So we're going to trade with the Ottomans. Yep, that's a good deal, and that's just generally down here sorted. So now we're in this trade, and we can see this here, and we are getting over 1,000 in exports, imports, etc. So that's 1,000 coming in from there. How much are we going to from trade? Trade income's going to be the important one. Now we need to get some trade in the Baltic. So the Swedish, can we trade with them, or are we trading? We're already trading with the Swedish. Okay.